Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. And in this video, we are having a very influential and special guest. He's one of the he's the top community leaders in the Web3 and the DevOps space. And actually, it's been a miracle because this podcast is happening. Because I have just 35 subscribers on my channel, and a person who is having more than 100k on k followers on Twitter, and more than 10k on YouTube is I have invited him to the podcast, so it's a pleasure having you, Francesco, and uh, please introduce yourself to the community. I know that everybody knows you, but for the new viewers who doesn't know you, please introduce yourself. Yeah.
Thank you so much for the good compliments. It's great to receive compliments, especially in the very early morning. By the way, we are humans, we are not numbers, so I like you. We already interact, so it's not about that. Maybe I just stayed too much time on Twitter. So first of all, subscribe to this channel, activate notifications, because Yash is really amazing. I really love him. By the way, about me. I'm Francesco, 39, sorry, from Rome, Italy. I'm very active on social media, as Yash said, so Twitter, YouTube, also Discord. I'm a developer advocate for Daily Dev, Docker Captain, public speaker, I don't know, traveling for conferences. So I do many things, we can say, and I really enjoy this life. Thank you for inviting me in this podcast.
It's pleasure. It's my pleasure. So, can you start with your journey, how you got into tech and how you started tech? And I've seen your many videos and read about your blogs. It's been interesting how you transform from just you can say your journey.
Don't spoiler.
Yeah, no spoiler.
Yes, so let's make a shorter version. Otherwise, if I start from Commodore 64 when I was 8, this is gonna take 4 hours. So long story short, I always loved computers. I also Commodore 64 t-shirt. And if you know what a Commodore 64 is, you are old. My life has always been involved with computer, gaming, but it was not my job. I've been a volleyball coach, so I worked in gyms until I was 32, 33. So this was my life before. But I was studying computer science in the meanwhile. So at some point in 2015, I decided, okay, so I can't live 2 lives anymore, like working in a gym, but just studying computer science. So I decided to just switch to computer science, working and learning programming for real. I was doing something before, but for me, the 2015 has been really the switch. And so I started coding in private with a black hoodie and green lights. You get what I mean? So without using any social media, I hated social media in 2015. And this has been my life for like 2-3 years. Then I found a job for the European Space Agency. Great job, as it was my very first job. So international environment, almost 50% of the employees were women. So that's great. It's kind of unusual in the development. So I really enjoyed the environment there. But then in 2020, I started using social media. And the thing is that at some point, the 5th of March, 2020, I decided, okay, I'm getting some traction on social media, some hundreds of followers on Twitter. Okay, so let's decide to, I don't know, publish an article. Let's try to be more serious about social media. If you can say serious, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
3 days later, the pandemic happened. So the lockdown happened. So I went for doing 3 hours of commute every day. It was basically going to work for me. It was a part-time job. So it took me like 15 hours per week to go back and go back to the job. So basically I transferred all this commuting time to social media, and also the time during evenings and weekends, because we could really not go out. We had a very bad and tough lockdown in Italy, if you can remember that. And then, long story short, after 3-4 months, I started my YouTube channel. I've been posting videos for about 2 years, and I posted about 350 videos on YouTube. So we have like 1 video every 2 days. And in the meanwhile, I've been very active on Twitter. I think I posted 100, if not thousands of videos on Twitter in the meanwhile, also active on Instagram. I tried Twitch, I tried TikTok, I tried many things. And the last part is that I became a public speaker in May 2022. I've already attended 5 conferences as a speaker. The last one, it was in Goa in India. It was really a blast, totally. A blast for real. Also trying my earphones. And yes, that's the small and the shortest introductions that I can do. I can say less than this.
So what you're currently doing as in terms of job, and I know you're a Docker captain. So tell me more about that.
Yes, of course. So this was like, say, my story as on social media and publishing stuff. But in the meanwhile, I forgot to say a couple of important things. The first thing is that I became a Docker captain. What is a Docker captain? It's not a title that I give myself, but it's like the ambassador program. Someone says, like, oh, Francesco, why do you call yourself like that? Because it's like GitHub star, and there is the Docker captain. Okay, so it's like a name. And they also send a very cool swag. So basically, Docker captains are like ambassadors of Docker. There are like 20, 30 in the world. I think I'm one of the most active so far. And that's something. And then I also started to being a developer advocate, because I forgot to say that in March 2021, I quit my job for the European Space Agency. The problem was that the job was good, but basically I had 2 lives. One life on social media, and one life working on private repositories, because all the repositories are private, secret. You need someone to make a sign if you want to make some changes on the version. So it's something, it's very strict, we can say. Yes, and I really love and enjoy my job as a developer advocate. I'm currently working for DailyDev, which is amazing. It's a tool for developers by developers, and it's great to stay updated.
So that's a new opportunity in the tech field, that is developer advocacy, or DevRel. Beside from the normal software engineering jobs and the full stack development jobs, if you are more into education and learning, make people learn, and leading a community, you can go into a developer advocacy job. So can you more explain what is developer advocacy and what is DevRel? Kind of what means what people do in their day-to-day in that.
First of all, let's say what it's not. It's not something related to layers or the law or something, because in Italy, advocate, it means like the lawyer. So no, it's not about that. It's you can say take advocate, let's more like as an evangelist. Okay, so it's basically a person who is a developer who, instead of just coding 100% of their time, they take care of the company, and they basically are the person in the middle between the developers and the company. So it's a very tough and hard, we can say, role, first of all, because there are many things to do. Content creation, as you said, community building, creating activities for the company, hackathons, ideas, I don't know, connections, collaborations with other developer advocates. That's my favorite part. So basically, you are a person who are in charge on, let's say, making a vibrant and great community around the product. And of course, you should be free to, you should have some sort of freedom levels, like you can decide how you want to communicate. So it's a great role, and depending on the role, sometimes you code also, some as a part of your job. Sometimes you code less. For example, in Daily Dev, I don't code, almost don't code there, because there are already 14 people who are coding, and instead of the content creation part, it's just me and another 2-3 people. So we are way more focused on the content creation part, community building, activity on social media, many things to do every single day.
So that's your passion created your opportunity. Your passion to.
Yes, absolutely. And I think this is a great role. I didn't know about this role. Like, I think 2 years ago, I didn't even know what it was. I think still now, if I say to my friends, I am a developer advocate, say, what is that, Francesco? Are you doing something strange? So I remember that you were a developer, but what's an advocate now? So it's kind of like, say, new role. I think it's great if you want to improve your communication skills. You also want to improve your social media presence while you are working as a developer advocate. Some people say, I don't agree 100%, but some people say that being a developer advocate, basically you keep doing what you do every single day. So if I really do this on a daily basis, you're just hired by a company to empower them, making some activities for them, but you are still yourself. Like it's still me. I've not changed exactly 100% of what I do. It's the opposite. They hire you because they like you. So this is how they like maybe your way of communication. We have different ways of communication. Someone is funny, someone is super serious, someone is super professional, someone makes, I don't know, crazy stuff, mixing, I don't know, something with coding. And depending on that, a company sees what you do. And it's, to be honest, it's great because when you're a developer advocate, when you get interviews, usually on the 90% of the cases, the company who calls you, they already know you. So you don't have, for example, for me, I didn't have to send my CV. It's I can say that I found that the job as a developer advocate because I made a podcast, an interview with the CEO of Daily Dev about 2 years ago. And then after 7 months, he sent me a job offer. So making podcast can also be good to find job opportunities. Yes.
Yeah. So a related question to this: how can one find an opportunity as a developer advocate in any space, like on DevOps or in Web3? How can one get a role in these kind of jobs like developer advocate?
Yes. Okay. So of course, first of all, developer advocacy is the roles can be very different. As I said, someone can look for just a content creator. Someone is looking for a community builder. Someone looks for a 50% coder and also making some articles. So technical writing. So I'll give some general tips and what worked for me. I think that to find a role as a developer advocate, you should start with your content. So I don't know, if you want to find a DevRel job in Web3, you can say you should post a Web3 content. On a daily basis, it will be better, but let's say whenever you can. So why this? Because first of all, you increase your social media presence. So and of course, as you said before, the number of followers for me, it doesn't matter. But for the companies, can matter. So maybe if you have a bigger social media presence, I can say that maybe you can find a job anyway, but if you have a better social media presence, you can maybe have a better deal with your salary. So this is something that can help. It's not a must. I'm just talking in general. So it's not about that, but for a companies and salary perspective can be almost let's say improving your social media presence can be an investment. Like you invest a lot of time, you invest your energies, and the thing is that most of the times it's also free time. So you're basically giving your free time to your social media. Otherwise, it will be very hard to, let's say, grow and find good things. So I would say improve social media presence, create focused content. So don't create content just for the sake of creating content, but create some specific content. Because when a company will reach out to you and say, okay, so I don't know, how we are a React framework company. If you made many threads, many articles, many videos about React, it will be easier to getting hired because you can show how you work. And of course, the company will need some fine tuning. Say, okay, but maybe, okay, this is good, but we want to now, I don't know, talk about the company on top of this. And that's fine, but at least you have a point to start. I mean, and nothing against... if you want just to post the pictures of your dog, it's totally fine. But from finding a DevRel position, maybe this doesn't help. So focused content, and of course, sometimes you can also put some personal stuff, but focused content on the company you want to get hired. For example, I posted Docker content. My first job as a developer advocate, it was with a company related to Docker. They already knew me, what I was doing. This helps so much during the interview process because you basically have just to send a couple of links and you're done. You don't have to show your skills. Of course, it depends on the company, of course.
Yeah. So thank you for this explanation. And in today's world and in today's internet, so Web3 is booming right now very much, and there are lots of resources to follow, but they are not even complete and they are not even a proper guided. So how can a beginner start their Web3 journey? As this channel also based on Web3, I'm teaching solidity, taking a solidity course. So how can a person start their Web3 journey? Because when I was learning, I was getting huge so much hurdles, because at that time, 1 year ago, there was no such content available on internet to learn it. So how can a person use good things on the
Yes,
internet?
and I am with you because we were on the same boat, because I started learning Web3 on December 2021, and
Okay.
so I get what you say. My efforts since December 2021 has been exactly on this. So thank you, because this
Yeah.
is an awesome question. I made a presentation in Goa, in India, in a Web3 conference, when the title is How to Learn Web3. It's a very unbiased presentation. It's not sponsored by any Web3 companies, so it's just
Yeah.
me telling what I suggest to do. So maybe that's a bit long, but to say it now. But I'll say that it's very important to have a roadmap. There is an introduction article on Free.camp. There are videos, for example, by Patrick Collins, a 32 hours video on Free.camp. You don't even need Netflix that month. You already have a lot of things to watch, and then basics, you should choose a blockchain. You can decide a language, and then some basic tutorials. I listed them all, to be honest. Now it's a bit hard maybe to say this just during the podcast, but this is exactly what I'm working on. I'm also a GitHub repository. So basically, since I started posting about Web3, I started posting every single day as a challenge. And today is the 27th of August, 2022, and I'm still posting every single day about Web3.
Yeah.
But the thing, okay, so this is something that's cool for me, but the thing is that everything I post, it's public. I have a GitHub repository when there are all the posts day by day. I'm not joking. There are also links to all the stuff that you can use to learn Web3. This GitHub repository has also been trending, so I'm working a lot on this, because I think that Web3 is giving very good opportunities to people, especially people, I don't know, who are struggling in finding a job. Maybe they're very young, they don't know what to do. So I think this can be really great opportunity to just learn it now. And of course,
Yeah.
it's not getting late. It's not late to learn Web3, but I suggest to at least give it a look without quitting your job, without, I don't know, getting divorced, abandon your children, but dedicate 10, 15 minutes of your time to Web3. I think it's really, really worth. So yes, there are. And as you said, the resources are still limited, but I think you can see this also as a good thing, because if you are also a content creator, you get more visibility. I made a Solidity Hello
Yeah.
World. It took me like some hours. It got more than 20,000 views, and with a good normal YouTube channel. So this can also be a great opportunity as a content creator. So don't see this as a bad thing, but also a good thing, because you can create some content.
Yeah, actually, there's a huge opportunity in Web3. So when I started learning Web3, I just posted something on my Twitter that I'm learning Web3, and a company called Rapid Innovation encouraged me. Yeah, keep learning that. So uh, my next question is that how community building helps you to uh, grow within you and grow with the community. Like you have a huge community on Twitter and YouTube, and you are also building a Discord community, which is 4C community, and it's very appreciable to you, because you're helping so many students, creators and developers to help them guide how to roadmap, how to the best way to do things. Please tell about more about that.
Nice. First of all, thank you for your kind words, of course. It requires a lot of time. So I started, as I said, on Twitter. So I started from that. And then I started creating Can you please wait one moment? I close the window because I hear some
sure.
dog barking. 1 second. So the question is community building, the 4C community, and all the stuff.
Or learning in
So,
community
Twitter.
stuff.
Learning in the community. Okay, nice. Okay, yes. So I started by using Twitter in 2020. Then I started using YouTube at the end of 2020, and I created this community at the end of 2020. And we have been working a lot on this. And the idea of this community is that this is called 4C, which stands for Cool Community of Content Creators.
Okay.
And the goal, because I think a community should have a goal, the goal is to help content creators who don't have the visibility they deserve to get basically more visibility. This is in very simple and layman terms. Then basically we make activities, we make collaborations. Also this podcast, we can say that it's a collaboration for the 4C community.
Yeah.
And I think that I want to be very honest with myself. I think I've been doing a good job on Twitter, but I think I underestimated the power of what a community can give you, because I'm used to do things alone, just work a lot and getting some results. Instead, I think that if we do something together with someone, it's 10 times easier, because you make a collaboration, we can know each other. People who follow me, they can discover you, and the same for me.
Yeah.
So I think a collaboration is the key of being successful, because first of all, you find some friends, which is great, and then you basically amplify what you do. And this is great. I remember that when I started my YouTube channel, I was checking as everyone, how to grow your YouTube channel tips, some articles. I remember that, okay, something like having good thumbnails, good topic, niche down, good audio quality. Okay, that's fine. And I remember one of the tips was make collaborations with other content creators. I said, okay, I don't think this is required. Instead, I think that's the opposite. Even if you are not super skills, super microphone, super lighting, but if you make something with someone else, everything becomes really, really easier. And this is great. I mean, I have interviewed almost 200 people on my YouTube channel. Some of them are great teachers. Maximilian Schwarzmuller, the new Boston, Gary Simon,
Kunal
Web Dev Simplified, Kunal, of course. So, and this is Danny Thompson. So, by connecting with those people, it's great. It can really help you, not just for the views or subscribers. This is something that comes naturally. Once you start creating content, you focus on really what you want to do. People will come. You don't even have to beg them. So yes. So, and of course, having a community when you can share your ideas, asking for a collaboration. So this podcast, it's here because Yash asked me as a collaboration on the Discord server. So that's it. It's as simply and as hard as that. So it requires some time, but it can really empowers you. I underestimated this in the past, so you can avoid doing this mistake if you're watching this video.
Okay. So we are on to our last question, that how Twitter helps you in getting roles and opportunity, and how to manage so much of social medias. Like you are on Twitter, you are on YouTube, you are on Discord. I don't know on what platform you are. I know only 3 of them, because you told me on Twitter that come on Discord. So I discovered Discord for the first time. It's very good for making connections. And so as a student, I can't manage so many things. Like I have been posting on Hashnode for I think 2-3 articles I have posted on Hashnode. Then I started my YouTube, and then I started my Twitter. So how to handle these so much building on platforms while you are studying or while you are doing a job in company?
Yeah, absolutely. So I highly recommend, because this is how I did it, to don't start by using multiple social media. I started making videos on YouTube when I had a full-time job, or remote full-time job for the European Space Agency, when I reached already 30,000 followers on Twitter. So I suggest to focus on a social media for a while. It can be Twitter, it can be YouTube. Twitter is nice to use, first of all, because I have this good personal experience with that, especially as a developer. And then you move, because if you start a YouTube channel a bit earlier, it can be really hard. If you don't have the support of a community, even if you make good videos, it can be very, very hard. This is why I created the community. So you can use it in different ways. I highly recommend to join a community, especially if the community is free, like the 4C is. So it's just takes a couple of clicks. Of course, joining a community doesn't make you automatically an active member of a community. So it's not like, okay, it's like I paid for the gym, now I'm fit. No, this is just don't do that, please. So this is just to get started. And so this is a way. If you want to, you can also focus as a part of your time on social media. And yes, just start with one and think twice before starting a new social media, because once you start a new social media, you have to split yourself. So it depends on the periods of your time. I suggest to start your YouTube journey when you know that you have some free time, because if you start a YouTube channel and you make one video and then you wait 4 months, then basically you have to start over again. And so this is what I suggest. But of course, I made exactly I didn't make this mistake, because I never published the videos on my YouTube channel. Like I started 10 years ago and I haven't published for 8 years. So it's not my case. And so yes. And thank you for saying that I do a lot of things. But from my perspective, I do 1/3 of the things that I have in my mind. So I feel that I'm slacking, even if tomorrow I have a 12 hours live stream on YouTube, because I have many things that I want to do. And I have to choose, to be honest, Yash. So sometimes I have to say, okay, so this is delayed. This, I can do this. This I'll do the next month. Usually I give a priority, of course, to my family, and then to my body and my health. Also today I went for a walk. This is never wasted time, because if you exercise, you will feel more energetic. Maybe you have 30 minutes less because you have to exercise, but then you do things way more energetic. And if you do things way more energetic, you basically are saving time. So this is something that I highly recommend. Maybe waking up very early works for me. It's 10 a.m. and I've already done many things, for example. So I have this illusion that I do many things. Maybe it works. After dinner, I am never productive. I go to bed very early, like my grandma, like 9 p.m., something like that. But it's good. It's good because this makes me productive from my point of view. What I really recommend is to, if you really want to level up your presence, you have to show daily. This is something that I think many things have this in common. Yeah.
Being consistent is more important than making videos a month, or being a huge gap of 2 or 3 months. You have to make a video consistent. If you have reached so much a big audience, then you can post it on some spaces.
Yes, I think that there are different ways to this. It highly depends on how much free time do you have. I mean, I don't know, if I were retired, I had all the day to shot videos, it will be easier. Maybe probably even create less videos, but maybe with a higher quality, with a production, making money, using money, sorry. In my case, for me, videos are also a way for me to improve. So I'm more focused on creating some of them, talking with some of my friends. I to be honest, I haven't started for real on YouTube yet. Just experimenting stuff. So that's it. And of course, the thing is that I think that if you just focus on the content with very low social media presence, without joining a community, you put out a great video on a YouTube channel with 100 subscribers, you probably will not get the views you deserve. Because I think that there are basically 3 pillars. There is a social media presence, content creation, and community. If you just work on content creation, you can be lucky if a person who has a lot of followers discovers you and they promote you. I will do this, but for me, sometimes it's hard to find a good video, because it's hard, especially if you're a content creator. It's harder to consume content because you are busy creating content. So you're more focused on this. So, yeah, as I said, social media presence, content creation, and community. I think they should be almost at the same level, and you basically grow on all three of them. And, of course, not just social media presence, so not having just engagement, it doesn't work. And but I think it should be balanced. Otherwise, the problem is not that you get few views, because probably someone in the future will see the video. If it's still relevant, you still get views. The problem is that if you spend 1 month creating a video and then you get I don't know 500 views, while in your mind you was expecting 100,000, you will feel frustrated, stressed, and you can quit making videos. That's the danger. It's not that if you make a good video, people will discover this anyway, but this can make you quit, and this is what you should not do. So it should be always a balance. You should have as a goal having high quality videos, but this should not be an excuse for not making videos. That's it. This is what I think.
You are right, because I have started. So basically, I sing. I also sing. So I started my singing channel. I make cover songs. So I was not getting views. I just quit that. And I saw so many generation one creators on YouTube have grown so much because they are making their posts consistent. They are uploading consistent, and that's the reason, that's the success trick they use to be on social media. And so basically, today I told my friend that I'm hosting you. You have a huge fan community in India, because you are so famous in India.
I know.
I think you have experienced that in Goa. So what's your message to the community in India? And there's so many big community leaders like Kunal Kushwa, and there's so many kind of. You have also hosted Kunal Kushwa at your podcast. So what can you say about the community in India, and what the Web3 how and means, what you want to say about the community in India?
Yeah, absolutely. So first of all, it's not a secret that I like people from India. And I can find the tweets when I was saying this when I had 200 followers. So this has always been like that. It's not something new. It has always been that since the beginning, because I'm shocked. Like 25% of the people subscribed on my YouTube channel, they are from India, from the whole world. It's like in Italy, I have like 5% in Italy, which is my country. So this really makes me love the people from India. But it's not just that. I like the culture. I've been there with my eyes and my body. So I like the culture. I like their way of thinking. Very polite, very to host people. I like the mindset. I like that they empower the education, the teachers. So I love this. Both of my parents are teachers, so I am a child
Same
of a
with me.
family of teachers. Nice. I'm sorry, because basically we have been talking about school since our childhood, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. At lunch, we were always talking about school. So you come back from school and you talk about school, okay? But yes, apart that, I think that you should bet on the Indian community, because I think in the upcoming years we will see something big there. I'm pretty sure about this, because this conference is in Goa. I'm always skeptic. I have always skeptic in my life, so I was a bit skeptic, to be honest. I say this as a compliment for the conference, the Web3 conf, because when there is the first conference, you say, okay, something can go wrong, something can be bad. So I was prepared, so that I have always low expectations on my videos and also my life and people. Instead, I have to say that the conference went very, very, very well. We had many people, great speakers, great presentation, and I think that the next year it will be even bigger. Probably Web3 will change, but the merge is incoming. The Ethereum merge is incoming. I don't know what's gonna happen. Write in the comment what happened in 1 month or 2, or whenever it will happen, if it will happen. But I think that apart this, we will see an evolution in Web3. Probably at some point we can even stop calling this Web3, because it's just a web. We don't call the web now web 2. We don't say web 2, we
Yeah.
say web, we say web. So
Web.
I
Yeah.
think that when we will stop calling this web 3, it means that okay, now basically the web, I think we need a name, because there are some concepts in web 3 that are not in web 2. So wallets, blockchain. So we need a word. Web 3 is great because it's just for characters, and on Twitter, you save characters. Otherwise, I think it should be called blockchain development, but it's like
Decentralized web. Decentralized web.
again, yes, but if you say this in a tweet, basically you have like just 200 characters left. So I think it's good. I also have they call the Web3 Conf. I have something called the Free Web3 Community, Free Web3 newsletter. So it's great for characters. But I'm not a great fan of the name. But at some point, this will be integrated. We'll not talk anymore about Web3. We'll talk about something else probably. And I will love this because. Basically, people who will get involved earlier in the Web3 concepts will have an advantage because they studied this now. So this is why I suggest that now is the right moment to learn Web3. I'm basically putting all my efforts on this and trying to help people to getting started and learning Web3, especially with free resources. And I think that we are all doing a good job, especially also in the community with the GitHub repository. And yeah, it's a daily work, but it can really change your life, because we know that there are also, since there is the interest, there are also high salaries. This is a normal rule. Like the companies are happy to hire you with good salaries, and this can be a great opportunity for you if you want to get started, even if you are from India or not. So this is the generic message.
That's remote actually. That's no compulsion in working in person. That's actually a remote perspective. Was. So thank you for joining me. It's a huge pleasure speaking with you, sharing our knowledge. I hope the viewers and the community watching this will get a lot of help because you are such a knowledgeable person, and you have worked with so many of you have spoken in so many of good conferences, met so many peoples, and some outro words for something
Thank you.
you can say. You can say some
Thank
outro
you.
words.
Yes. Thank you so much for inviting me. I think you are a great host. I hope that this will be a great series. And don't stop, make some of them, because I think that also making podcasts is great to make some good connections as I did. And I think that if you show up daily, this can really change your life. For me, showing up on social media every single day, it changed my life. So I have nothing special, as I said, just work hard and consistently. That's the only secret. So there are no secrets. Just decide something that you want really to do, passionate about, and then you'll see. There are so many opportunities if you expose yourself a bit. It's a bit awkward in the beginning, but once you start, everything becomes easier. It's like, as I say, always say, like when you step in a gym, really out of shape for the first time. Everybody's busy, you don't know what to do, but after a while you figure it out. Just by watching others, you find what's the best for you. You find what you really want. But if you never try, you'll never know. So that's it. And of course, good luck, everyone. Remember to like this video, share this video, because supporting the content creators is very, very important. Since I started my YouTube channel, I started liking and commenting on way more videos, because now I understand the effort. Thank you so much again, Yash, for inviting me. Bye, everyone.
So thank you for watching this video. If I know you, the many of you guys viewing this video have already subscribed to his channel, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Go follow him on Twitter. He's posting some good content on Twitter. Please follow his Discord community and make his community go to 1 million. That's his current goal. And please subscribe to my channel if you're liking my work, and please comment down how you love this podcast, what knowledge you share, and you can also click a picture, and you can also tweet it on Twitter. So thanks for watching this video. Have a good day and keep blasting.
Nice.
Wait for we can make a picture, so I can also.
Oh, nice. Go.
You can do. Fine.
Go.
Fine.
Nice.
Yeah, it's on.
A picture
So-
in recorded, so we can also post the video of us taking the picture. Amazing.
Yeah.
Stories, I'm a fool for your love.
So, thank you for being in the podcast. Namaste. Okay.
Namaste, shukriya. Yes.
Shukriya. So, thank you for being in the podcast. So, I think my video is paused or can you see me?
You are stuck on my side.
Let me stop my cam and then. Oh no!
You're
Shit!
still stuck.
Oh shit!
Turn it off, turn it on again. Leave and come again. This can also be the blooper if you want. If you cut it, this can be a good one. You're stuck in a funny position.
Oh
But
shit! Yeah.
you are stuck. You are stuck smiling, so it's not bad.
So what I can do? I have no knowledge about that. How
No,
to
just
make it happen?
okay. So save the link at the top, close the tab, and join again. I don't know if I'll be thrown away because I'm not that. But wait a moment. Maybe.
Let me switch off my net and then on it. That's
But okay, but you are recording. I don't know if this can have some effect. What I suggest is to stop the recording, so at least
Okay.
it's saved, and we make another broadcast.
fine. That's
So otherwise, there is the chance that you lose. I don't think it will lose the